Natasha burst into laughter when she saw how the great Gabriel Mondragon crawled on the floor. "Oh my God! Mukha kang bulate," she said, still laughing, holding her tummy. "I love hearing you laugh," he said when he finally reached the bed. "Please don't leave me." He keeps on mumbling those words until he falls asleep, still wearing his shoe. Natasha settled herself beside him and played with his hair. "I won't leave." Gustong lumubog ni Gabriel sa kahihiyan habang kinukwento ni Natasha ang nangyari sa kanya. Ang lakas pa talaga ng tawa nito habang nagsisiwalat ng malagim na pangyayari sa buhay niya. "Don't laugh," he said and covered his face with his hands. "What?" she said, still chuckling. "Parang kagabi lang ang sabi mo gusto mo ang mga tawa ko." "I love every bit of you, Natasha. But don't embarrass me like this, baby." Natasha pout and hold Gabriel's face. She smiled when she saw his red cheeks. Maski tainga nito ay namumula. "I love you," she whispered and kissed Gabriel's nose. "I love you," she said again, kissing his cheeks. "I love you." But instead of kissing his forehead, Gabriel grabbed her face and kissed her lips. It was a soft, gentle kiss that they shared until Gabriel deepened the kiss. "Marry me, Natasha." Nanigas ang katawan ni Natasha sa narinig. Ramdam niya ang pabilis na tibok ng kanyang puso, habang magkahilig ang kanilang mga mata. "What did you just said?" Her voice turned into whisper as Gabriel kissed her forehead, and cupped her face. "Marry me, Natasha Ramirez," he said. "Please marry me." "I don't know," Gabriel sighed when Natasha remained silent. "It's okay, Natasha. I can wait." Malungkot na wika ni Gabriel. "Yes, what?" Natasha smiled and held Gabriel's hands. "Yes, I will marry you." Magsasalita pa sana siya nang dambahin na siya ni Gabriel, dahilan upang mapahiga sila sa kama. "Oh God, yes," he whispered. "It's a yes." Wala nang bawian. Natasha chuckled and pinched Gabriel's cheeks. Wala na. Her eyes widened when Gabriel started kissing her neck down to the valley of her honeymoon agad, she said, chuckling. "Okay lang." Natasha rolled her eyes. "May magagawa pa ba ako?" Gabriel smiled and kissed her lips again. "None." Buong linggo na magkasama kami ni Gabriel at ng mga bata. Walang araw na hindi niya ako napapangiti sa mga kalokohang ginagawa niya. As I think of it, I think we are back. Yung una kaming nagkakilala na tila walang problema. "Take care of the kids while I'm away," I said and hugged Gabriel as we step outside the car. "I will. Call me all the time, baby." Marahan akong tumungo, at kumunyapit sa kanyang leeg, bago siya mariing halikan. "Sure ka ba na ayaw mong mag-private plane? Ayos na ako sa business class," I said and buried my face into his chest. Amoy na amoy ko tuloy ang mabango niyang pabango, na parang ang sarap singhat-singhutan. "Sige na, umalis ka na, I can handle it alone," I said at tinulak siya pabalik sa kanyang sasakyan. He insisted on waiting till I'm boarded, pero may important meeting siyang kailangan attendan, kaya't ako na mismo ang tumanggi. "I will be fine," I said and chuckled nang makita ang pagka-disgusted sa kanyang mukha. Hindi na napigilan ni Gabriel ang pagtulak ko sa kanya. Papasok ng sasakyan, I was waving to him smiling, until I can no longer see his car. Kinuha ko na ang bagahe ko, at naglakad papasok. I took my phone out and dialed Martin's number, so he would know my arrival. "Ma'am," Martin's voice said on the other line. "Hey, I just want you to know that I'm coming today," I said. "Yes ma'am," he said, "and we already tracked the man who's behind it." "Good. I want this over before my wedding." "You're getting married, ma'am." Gulat na wika ni Martin kaya't natawa ako. "Yeah, I'm getting married." Nakaupo si Gabriel sa swivel chair niya. He's busy signing papers since he went missing in action for almost a week. "Sir, here's the files you were asking for," his secretary said and handed him the files. Hindi na siya nag-abalang bigyan ito ng pansin, hanggang sa makalabas ito. He smiled when his phone rang and saw that it was his baby's. Nasa pangangalaga ito ng kanyang ina. Habang nasa trabaho siya. "Daddy, Ang matining na boses ni Sapphire ang sumalubong sa kanya, kahit marami siyang trabaho, ay isinasantabi niya ito para sa mga anak. Yes, princess. Malambing na wika niya, at hindi mapigilan ang mapangiti. Where are your siblings? He asked. They were playing with grandma. I'm hungry and I want a fries and burger. Can you buy us please? Napatawa siya sa sinabi nito. Tumango lang siya kahit na hindi naman nakikita ng anak. Of course, princess. Tatapusin lang ni daddy ang work, then I will buy you a burger and fries. Yehey! I love you daddy. Malakas na hiyaw nito bago nagpaalam na ibababa ang tawag. Mabilis niyang tinapos ang lahat ng gawain, para makabili ng pagkain ng mga anak. It was years late to pamper and spoil them, pero gagawin pa rin niya ang makakaya, para mapasaya ang mga ito. He smiled and went inside the mansion, kung saan nakita niya ang 4 na naglalaro. Anak, nandito ka na pala, his mother said bago elapag ang tray ng juice sa may lamesa. Daddy, masayang sigaw ng 4, at mabilis na tumakbo palapit sa kanya upang yamakap. His heart were filled with happiness as he hugs his baby's back. Is that our food? Nanlalaking mata na wika ni Gemstone. Here, wika niya at inabot sa 4 ang plastic, na mabilis naman nilang kinuha. Kaya't lumapit siya sa ina, at humalik sa pisngi nito. Hindi ka ba nahirapan, mom? He said as he looks at his little babies, who's happily eating. No. Ang gusto ko nga sana kung papayag si Natasha, ay sa weekends dito kayo tumuloy. I'll talk to her, he said, and just keep looking at his child. We are getting married, mom. Masayang wika ni Gabriel sa kanyang ina. Hindi mapuknat ang ngiti sa kanyang mga labi, habang inaalala ang not-so-romantic niyang proposal kay Natasha. He knew that Natasha doesn't want an extravagant things, but he will surprise her with his wedding proposal, when she gets back. Oh my God! Natutop ni Margaret ang bibig, at mabilis na niyakap ang anak. Oh my God! I'm so happy for the both of you. Thanks, mom, he said, and smile maski siya ay sobrang saya, he's happy to finally have her. Wala nang ibang makakaagaw sa dalaga mula sa kanya. Sabihin mo ito sa daddy mo. I'm sure he'll be happy, Margaret said, pero agad ding nagsisi nang makita ang pagbabago ng mood ng anak. His eyes became void of any emotions. Gabriel, tama na ang pagmamatigas sa ama mo. Natasha is back, you should at least try it. Please, mom, he said, and massaged his temple. Let's not talk about him. Nagbabago talaga ang mood niya pagdating sa ama. Pero Gabriel, I will think about it, so please stop. He doesn't want to be rude, especially to his mother, pero hindi pa siya handa. Hindi na umimik ang kanyang ina, at tumingin na lang sa mga batang masayang kumakain. Bumalik na sa pag-aaral ang mga bata, pero dahil weekends ngayon, ay dito na niya dineretsyo ang 4. After the night he and Trina argue, ay naglahong parang bulan na ang babae. But he will never let his guard down, lalo't alam niya kung gaano kapanganib si Trina. She can never hurt them again. I'll just answer this, mom. Paalam niya sa ina at lumabas ng hardin. Hey! Bungad niya sa kaibigan ng asawa, pero tila may bumundol na kaba sa dibdib niya, nang marinig ang paghagulgol nito. Anong problema? Si Natasha. Tila binuhusan siya ng malamig na tubig nang mabanggit nito ang pangalan ng kasintahan. Gabriel, sumabog yung eroplanong sinasakyan ni Natasha. Halos paliparin ni Gabriel ang sasakyan papunta sa lugar, na pinagbagsakan daw ng eroplanong sinasakyan ng dalaga. He's holding his breath until he reached the island, where the plane crashed. Ilang oras din ang binyahe niya papunta sa Laguna. Kita niya pa ang makapal na usok na bumabalot sa ulap ng makababa siya ng sasakyan. Sir, bawal kayo rito. Sita ng pulis sa kanya, nang makita siya nitong tumatakbo palapit sa dalampasigan. Pero hindi siya napigilan nito, mabilis na nagtuluan sa kanyang mga mata ang mga luha, nang makita ang iba't ibang parte ng eroplano na lumulutang sa dagat. His heart twitched in pain, as he looks at the ocean. Tila hindi siya makahinga, habang nakatingin sa dalampasigan. Naaalala niya ang matamis na ngiti nito, bago sila maghiwalay. It was just about hours, pero hindi niya inaakala na rito siya pupunta. No, mahinang bulong niya. No, it can be. No, Natasha. Hindi na niya mapigilan ang damdamin, gusto niyang languyin ang dagat, upang siya mismo ang humanap sa dalaga, pero may mga pulis na ang humawak sa kanya. Nang malamang wala sa listahan ng mga na-recover ang pangalan ni Natasha, ay gusto niyang magwala sa galit. He can't think straight, ang tanging nasa isip niya lang ngayon, ay kung nasaan ang dalaga. Maski yata langit ay nakikisama sa kanyang hinagpis, dahil malakas na bumuhos ang ulan, wala siyang pakialam sa lamig ng simoy ng hangin, o sa patak ng ulan na dumadampi sa kanyang balat. You can't do this to me, baby. Natasha, please no. Sigaw niya at pilit na nilalabanan ang mga taong nakahawak sa kanya. Let go of me. Sir, tama na po. Wika ng mga ito pero tila bingi siya sa lahat ng hinaing. She can't be gone, right? Please, you can't do this to me, baby. Natasha, no, hindi pwede. Please don't do this. Walang pahinga at matinong kain si Gabriel. He was exhausted and was just sitting by the seaside, just looking at the ocean. Wala siyang lakas, parang kinuha sa kanya ang kalahati ng puso niya, nang malaman ang balita. It was almost midnight, hindi na niya naisip pang gumalaw sa kinauupuan, habang nakatingin sa malawak na karagatan. Kahit basa ang damit ay hindi niya inalintan na iyon. Go home, Gabriel. Rinig niyang wika ni Harvey, you are soaking wet. I can't just go home, Harvey, I can't just go home, while Natasha is out there. Naiiyak na naman siya, habang naiisip ang dalaga, hindi siya mawawalan ng pag-asa, hanggat hindi ito natatagpuan. Maybe she's just somewhere out there. Ramdam niyang ayos lang ang dalaga, pero tama ba siya? Tama ba ang instinct niya? Gabriel, there is a possibility that she's dead. Ayaw man yung sabihin ni Harvey, pero kinakailangan. He needs to wake him up to the reality, that Natasha might be gone. No. Gabriel said and roared in anger, mabilis siyang tumayo at dinamba si Harvey. He was about to punch him, when Harvey struck something into him dahilan upang mawalan siya ng malay. It was already afternoon, mataas na ang sikat ng araw, nang magmulat siya ng mata. He still felt dizzy and tried to remember what happened last night. Trying to remember what happened, his heart pounded so fast and quickly jumped out of the bed. But his knees wobbled and he stumbled on the floor. Sakto naman ang pagbukas ng pinto, at pagpasok ng kanyang ama roon. Gabriel. He quickly moved by his side and helped him up. Are you okay? Tanong ng kanyang ama nang may upo siya nito sa kanyang kama. Natasha. Nang hihinang wika niya, he can still feel his legs wobble in fear. Hindi na niya namalayan ang pagbagsak ng luha mula sa kanyang mga mata. Dad, help me find her. It was like he was back from being a 10-year-old kid in his father's arms again. Yung tipong wala siyang ibang matatakbuhan, kung hindi ang mga bisig ng ama. Mahigpit naman siyang niyakap ng kanyang ama. He can feel his son's fear on losing Natasha again. We will find her, son. He whispered kahit na walang kasiguraduhan na mahahanap pa nila ang dalaga. His son needs a father. And he will be by his side. He will be the father he needs right now. Kailangan ni Gabriel ang ama niya. I can't lose her, Dad. I just can't. Nagsisimula pa lang kami. I know, son, he said at mas mahigpit na niyakap ang anak. I know. He also feared the idea of losing Natasha, kahit hindi niya kadugo ang dalaga, ay minahal niya ito ng sobra, at tinuring niyang parang tunay na anak. Sabay silang napatingin sa bedside table nang mag-ring ang cellphone ni Gabriel. Easton quickly grabbed it for him. Not minding the caller ID, he answered the phone. Have you found her? He quickly said. Found who? Tila pinaglalaruan siya ng tainga, dahil boses ni Natasha ang naririnig niya. He sighed and brushed his hair with his hands. Natasha, please tell me she's okay. It's me. What are you talking about, baby? Lasing ka ba? Gustong sumabog ng puso niya, nang dahan-dahan niyang inilayo ang cellphone sa kanyang tainga. It was indeed Natasha, it is her caller ID. Baby, he whispered as a stream of hot tears flowed down his face. Is that you? Sino pa ba? Don't tell me you miss me already. Natasha said and chuckled. Wala sa sariling napatawa na lang din siya. It was indeed Natasha, his baby. Why are you texting those creepy words to me, na parang di na tayo magkikita? she said and chuckled. Nasaan ang mga babies natin? I miss them. Parang baliw si Gabriel na tumatawa habang umiiyak. I don't know what to say. Nasa baba sila kasama si Mommy, he whispered. Nakikinig lang si Easton sa anak. He knew what is happening, and he felt relieved. Kaya tumayo na lang siya, at iniwan ang anak sa loob ng kwarto nito. Are you okay? May himig ng pag-aalala sa tinig ni Natasha. You don't seem okay, baby. Where are you? Ayos ka lang ba? Please tell me that you are okay. Sunod-sunod na wika niya. I'm in France. I'm good, wala pa namang butong nakakalas. How? Anong how? Kinulit kasi ako ni Hale na sumabay na lang sa kanya. So sumabay na lang ako, bakit may nangyari ba? He sighed in relief. May magandang dulot din pala si Hale. Wika ng isip niya. Yung eroplanong dapat sasakyan mo, panimula niya, it exploded last night.